So what's good, Straw Gang, and welcome back to another video. So for tonight's upload, I'm going to be stepping away from the gameplays, the class setups, the top guns and all that type of stuff, because today I'm not feeling very good. I woke up feeling like shit, and I have been feeling shit pretty much since I woke up. So I'm going to, make the most of what I have right now, and I'm going to sit down and chill and do a commentary video talking about something that just really doesn't make sense to me, and it's something that, is like, I guess, directed towards me pretty much, because what we're going to be talking about is how Raven Software plans to nerf the Amax. Right, the Amax that pretty much hasn't been touched since it's in the game, and it definitely wasn't like a really top weapon when the the AUG and the DMR and the M16 were meta for way too long. It's kind of like an assault rifle that just really sits as like a perfect it sits as a perfect AR. It's not a DMR where you blink and you die. It's not an M16 or an AUG where you can 3-burst people at disgusting ranges and down them or kill them if they don't have self-res or whatever. It's pretty much just a really well-balanced assault rifle, and a lot of the time when I've talked about the Amax, used it on stream, made a video, I do get comments of people saying that they don't use it because of the recoil or they can't control it very well, so they'll go and use something else that's, a lot easier, that has less recoil. Maybe it's an M4, maybe it's I don't know, a Growl or something like that, right? The Amax is just really the last assault rifle I expected to see be nerfed, because it's just like, where is it in the meta that makes it so overpowered? Literally anyone can pick up an AUG or an M16 or a FFAR and absolutely shred. I've been dropped by kids who I've watched, and spectated after I've been killed by them, and they've got no fucking clue what they're doing, but because they can pick up an AUG or an M16 and 3 to 4 burst me from ridiculous ranges, they can get that kill, But with the Amax, you have to have some type of, a decent amount of recoil control, decent amount of accuracy. You actually have to put something into using the Amax compared to the AUG, DMR, whatever it may be. It is a perfect assault rifle. It sits at a really good spot on the list of meta weapons and stuff like that. It's not extremely OP to where you can't use other assault rifles. I mean, fuck, dude, you can use the Krieg right now. The Krieg is in a pretty good spot for a secondary assault rifle if you can't use the Amax and you can't control the recoil on that. Maybe the Krieg works for you a bit better. But there's these alternatives, whereas when there was the other metas, like I said, I keep bringing them up because they were really strong meta weapons when they were in their prime. There's literally nothing wrong with the gun to the point where it needs to be nerfed. Now, with that being said, this might not be a nerf that totally destroys the weapon, which it shouldn't be, because the Bruin took about 3 or 4 nerfs before it actually, kind of fell off the meta list. Same with the DMR, I don't know how many nerfs that thing got. Same with the AUG, same with the M16. I also just want to add in that a reason I don't think the Amax is going to get nerfed to the ground in one update is because all the other guns I've been listing, as well as the Bruin, were much, much worse in terms of how fast they'd kill and how much of an issue they were. They're much worse than what the Amax currently is, so there's no way this is going to get just absolutely curb stomped in one update. This might just be some type of recoil increase. Maybe they might readjust the recoil pattern. I don't know. Who knows if they'll mess with the bullet velocity or the damage range or the headshot multiplier or whatever that may be. Who knows what they're gonna change with this nerf? It could just be a recoil increase. Who knows? And if it is, then that's fine. Just fucking pull down your analog stick more. Like I've said, and I've brought this up many times, the Amax is not an assault rifle that overshadows completely everything to the point where you can't use anything else at range but that Amax. It's like I said, it's a perfect assault rifle. It needs a little bit of accuracy, it needs a bit of recoil control. And in my opinion, something like the M4, which was never nerfed in Warzone's lifecycle, correct me if I'm wrong by the way, I can't remember. I know it got nerfed in Modern Warfare multiplayer, but I can't remember if the M4 got nerfed or touched at all within Warzone's lifecycle, but that thing was 10 times more OP than the Amax. It is such an easier assault rifle to control. It just overall feels better for the casual player, for the average Warzone player. That thing, I'm pretty sure, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the M4 was never nerfed at all. The recoil was so much easier to control overall as an assault rifle. For the average player, for the players across the board, it's a better opportunity, or it's a better alternative, I should say, not opportunity, but it's a better alternative of an assault rifle to use over the Amax, and that thing's never been touched. Now, one thing I want to bring up, and I don't know if this is far-fetched, I don't know if this is, a tinfoil hat conspiracy type beat, but I did see a reply to a tweet that mentioned, the Amax nerf. Maybe it was even Raven's tweet themselves about the patch notes or whatever, but in some type of tweet about the Amax, I saw a reply of someone saying that Raven wants to fizzle out the Modern Warfare meta weapons and good weapons so that Cold War guns can get, you know, pushed, and that's all we end up using, and then the bundles get sold more and da-da-da-da-da. I mean, from a business standpoint, that's not a bad idea, of course, because Cold War's the current Call of Duty. It's what we have right now. I just wanted to bring that up because I found it interesting, but also like maybe not at the same time. I don't know, but honestly, if they wanted to push the Modern Warfare weapons out of the Warzone meta and bring in Cold War stuff, so, you know, that's all we end up using, and then people buy more bundles, and then it just promotes Cold War more. Maybe you get a cool bundle, you want to hop on Cold War and use it. Maybe you don't even have the game, you go and buy it so you can hop on. I don't know. It's just a thought, right? Who knows if it's even a thing, but it's just a thought. And really, if I had to branch off of that and have anything to add on to it, it is a little bit interesting how the Amax is being nerfed, but the DMR, AUG, and the M16 and the FFAR took so long to be nerfed that the Amax yet again is not an overshadowing weapon. When the FFAR was in its prime, there was almost nothing you could use for a secondary. Everyone was using the FFAR, right? It was the overshadowing close range weapon. Then for the long range, the DMR, you blink, you're dead. The AUG and the M16, 3 or 4 bursts at ridiculous ranges, you're dead. Even though there was some room to use other assault rifles, you were just dead so quickly anyway. Like there were certain gameplays I'd gotten, situations where, you know, I had an AMAX or another assault rifle and I killed someone with an AUG and M16, but even then, I was one shot. I was so close to dying, all they needed to do is maybe hit an extra shot, right? It really just came down to me just kind of being lucky to win the gunfight or something like that, because they were very, very overpowering weapons, and they absolutely took over the long range meta, and that's not what the AMAX is doing. I'm bringing that up a lot because it's the main point of this. The AMAX does not need to be nerfed because there are alternatives to it. These other things you can use. Like I said, the Krieg's one of them right off the bat. I don't know, I can't think of any others right now because I'm trying to do this commentary. The Krieg is another one that I've been using that I quite like as a main assault rifle. So for 4 weapons specifically, the DMR, the AUG, M16, and FFAR, why did it take so long for those very overpowering weapons to get nerfed, and then the AMAX, which is not problematic at all, gets nerfed just out of the random like this? I'm not trying to back the conspiracy of Raven pushing out Modern Warfare weapons to bring in Cold War guns and make them the meta so people buy more bundles, but I mean, it's just weird. I'm just putting the thought out there that those 4 very, very overpowering weapons had a spot in the meta for so long, and then like I said, the AMAX, something that is a pretty well-balanced assault rifle, is just getting hit. But yet again, in the whole, everything I've said in this video, this might be a baby nerf. This could just be a bit of a recoil increase. Maybe they roll back the damage multipliers a little bit, maybe they take the damage range a little bit off, who knows? They could absolutely destroy this thing and throw it to the ground, but if they don't really nerf it that much and they just kind of maybe increase the recoil a little bit, you know, that's not that bad. I can rock with that. You know, if they increase it a little bit, I'll just control it, I'll adapt to it. Recoil is not hard to control in Call of Duty 9 times out of 10, even though the RAM is something I still cannot fucking use at all, dude. Like the goddamn recoil pattern on that thing is still an issue for me. For the most part, Call of Duty recoil is not difficult to control, and I'll just, you know, readjust to the AMAX if the recoil is all that gets adjusted. That is the commentary about the AMAX. What did you think? If you made it to the end of the video, do you have any thoughts? Chuck them in the comments section, I'd like to know. That's the AMAX planned to be nerfed pretty much by Raven in the coming days, as well as the Bullfrog, which makes no sense either because there's better alternatives than the Bullfrog. Dude, like, I'd expect the LC10 to be nerfed, but hey, fuck the Bullfrog. The LC10 is my favorite SMG in the game right now, so fuck the Bullfrog. I don't care. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Don't forget to leave a like if you did. Hit that red sub button down below with post notifications on so you do not miss a video. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good day, everybody, and I'm out.